Howdy, this is LA Cashiato, hashtag The Adventures Awaits. Hello, my people, my fans, my lovely family. I reviewed this tent a couple of years ago. One of my viewers has sent it to me, and I have set it out now. It's kind of becoming my favorite tent. Now, Togar, okay, my outdoor gear review guy, had reviewed this exact same tent and he didn't like it because it leaked. So far, the only water I had gotten in here was because of my own fault. I had left one of the corner windows open and I forgot when I was leaving camp because I was out hunting for the weekend. And like I said, I forgot to corner close one of my windows. I had it open on a vent. So that was my fault. Other than that, so far, the tent seems to be holding up pretty good. They call it a 3-season tent. I've mentioned I don't know how they can fit 6 people here unless they're short or children. And if they're all using sleeping bags. Anyway, let me turn this around and show it to you guys again. Just as a refresher, this is not a review. Like I said, I've done a review on this a couple of times already. I like it for what I'm going to use it for. You know, overnight camping, maybe, you know, a weekend type thing. Other than that, I'm good. So with that said, let me turn this around. I'm going to have to watch my roommate's cats. But now this will open up like the front, which I'll show you in a minute in case I want a back porch. But this is fine the way I have. And this also opens up, which when I go on the inside, I'll show you. If you remember right, this is my I Do Jen tent. Thinking of giving her a name. I haven't made up my mind yet. I might have to spread out down here a little bit more. That's fine. And then here is the front. I call that my back exit. Here is my front. Has the awning, which I was just showing my roommate. It does extend out more. Oh. Okay, I thought somebody was talking to me for a minute. But this is what it looks like on the outside. You know, it has gotten some usage. And now, let me show you the inside. I didn't put my cot inside yet. Now it's kind of got your bathtub flooring. And no, I don't normally come in here with my flops on. Now, it only has one pocket right here. This is your only pocket. And I'm about 5'1", so I have room. My son's about 5'1", 5'2", and he has a little bit room. Now, my hunting buddy, he's 6'1", 6'2", and he has a little bit of headroom. And then, like I was saying, I had left this window opened over here on the corner. I forgot to close it, and that's how the water got in. But it has 1, 2, 3, 4 windows, and then your front and back. And then up here, you have your little hanger where you can hang something if you want. Now, it's a pop-up tent, obviously. And like I said, thus far, I haven't had any issues. Now, let me turn this back around. Now, oops. It will puddle some rain over here. Then I might have to, like, do one of these to get rid of it. Or maybe put one pole lower than the other so it can drain to the side. Now, I didn't show you guys the floor, which is neither here nor there. There's a few little tears here and there, but that was my own fault. Now, my friend, he was worried about over here. Let me show you. He was worrying. Let me turn it around. That'd be better. He was worrying up here, and kind of depending on the wind direction it might get in there. Thus far, I haven't had any issues with that. But I guess that would depend on how the rain is falling down. I don't know. But I might come out here tonight and camp in it. And we got some winds going on right now, so I'm curious to see how it's going to hold up in the wind. This is kind of like one of my favorite tents, believe it or not, because I can stand up in it, I can change, I can put a chair in there, you know, for when I want, if it's raining outside and I want to sit inside and see what's going on, I can put a chair in there, which I might set that up later and show you guys. Which it looks like we got some clouds coming, so it may or may not rain. If it does, I'll come out here and close these up real quick. Yeah, so I don't get rain on the inside. But other than that, I like it, you know, for what I'm going to use it. You know, like I said, a overnight camping adventure, maybe a weekend getaway. I have allowed my hunting buddy to use this tent. For when he's out there camping and hunting, what have you. But he mainly car camps now. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this open. It smelled a little funky in there, so I'm gonna let it air out. And then I might get my other tarp poles out and open this end up where it's up vertical, like the or horizontal, whatever way you want to say that, like the front one. So I might get my other tarp poles out, put that up like I have that one. I don't know yet, I haven't made up my mind, but this is a good test to see how it's going to hold up in the wind. I didn't put any extra guidelines on, but I have room for guidelines if I need to put some up. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's one more. Yes, 6. So if I need to put any guidelines up, I can do that. But I'm just going to leave it up for now because, like I said, it does need to air out. It doesn't smell funny or anything, but I just want to, you know, air it out for good measure, what have you. So, like I said, I'm going to leave it open for a little bit. If I bring Delilah out, my dog, I'm going to see if I can get her in here and try to introduce her to check. Those beds are twins. But yeah, sorry about that. My roommate's daughter was asking me a question. But I'm going to leave it up, let it air out. Like I said, I can, if it's going to rain later, I can fold these down and see how it goes. But I'm going to leave it up. It's not smelly. I just want to air it out because it hasn't been opened up since the last time I took it out tent camping, which was quite a long time ago. I did lend it to some friends, but they never bothered setting it up because they were getting too overwhelmed and then it was dark. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and I'll catch you all later and we'll see what happens.